Welcome, badminton fans, to the Thai capital, a cacophony of sound, colour, cuisine and glinting waterways. Bangkok's the most visited travel destination. Our venue, the colossal Impact Arena, playing host to our continuing three-week badminton bonanza. Ranking points from 9 qualifying tournaments were amassed by players eligible for this belated flagship event. Welcome to day 3 of the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. Our 3-week Asian leg culminating in Bangkok's season finale. The top 8 qualifiers in all 5 categories will compete for that, the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals plaque. And of course, there's over $1.5 million US in prize money to be shared out. So much up for grabs. Today's a big day. There's progression to the semi-finals at stake with a lot of players and last round group matches in men's doubles Group B. It's certainly all to play for between veteran Russian debutants Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov, who take on Koreans Choi and Seo Sung-jae. A second win would ensure progression to the semi-finals in that one. In match 2, top Thai tandem Jongkulfan Kittiharikun and Rawinda Prajongjai should extend their stay to the weekend in women's doubles Group B with a win over the Germans Effler and Hertrich. Match 3 brings a second women's doubles, this time from Group A, which has been owned by the top seeds unsurprisingly, though Malaysians Chow Mei Kwan and Lee Mung Yun upset Polly and Raheo in their last meeting. Then we'll refocus on men's doubles Group B as we did in that first match. Will World Tour Finals defending champions Mohammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan nudge aside Aaron Chia and So Woo Yik? It's do or die for the semi-finals in that one. Following that, women's singles new best friends, a third meeting in as many weeks with 2 wins each. Both progress to semi-final Saturday. Who will relax and become the women's singles Group A winner? Carolina Marin or An Se-young? And then later in prime time, your eye draws to all of them, frankly, particularly matches 8 and 9. Match 9, a repeat of the All England Open final, and of course match 8, Tai Tzu Ying against Ratchanok Intanon. Again, former world number 1s going toe-to-toe, a repeat of last week's semi-final there. Well, we'll be watching 2 groups of 4 matches unfold across all 5 events on 2 courts tonight. Following the group stages, the top 2 ranked players in both groups qualify and extend their stay to the weekend for the knockout semi-finals. That will be drawn later tonight. Group matches, plenty of them to unfold then. It's certainly all to play for though in our first one. It's a Group B match between Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov, taking on the Koreans Choi and Seo Sung-jae. And as I say, a second win in either of those men's doubles Group B matches will ensure that the team go forward. So it is all on the line in Group B men's doubles today. Win and go forwards, lose and go home. A lot of pressure and a lot at stake. Plenty up for grabs.
On court 1, men's double Group B. Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov from Russia.
Here they come then, the big towering Vladimir Ivanov, the 33-year-old, 6'4.5" out first. What a presence he has on the court.
Choi
Former All England Open champions, those two of course back in 2017. His partner Ivan Sozonov just behind. And here come the Koreans. Choi Solyu out first. And the only left-hander on court, Seo Sung-jae.
from Thailand.
World number 8s have been up to 7 in the world, these two. Awkward pair. Have a stranglehold, 3-0 head-to-head over Setiawan and Asan. These two, they love playing them. How will they go in this first meeting? We don't know what to expect. They've never met before. My name's Paul Hand, alongside me Morten Frost. And well, Morten, your thoughts coming into this?
I think if you purely go by world ranking, of course, the Korean pair is favourite to win. They are much higher than into the top 10, where the Russian pair is only, inverted commas, but only 24 on that world ranking. So purely on world ranking, I think the Korean pair is standing the best chance of winning.
This side. Service. Who will receive?
So Seo Sung-jae and the Koreans elected their end. And Seo, it will be the left-hander on the Korean team to receive serve first. And the big guy is going to get us underway with his serve. So obviously confident in that regard. Oh, he's 6 foot. Ivan Sozonov, which is big in badminton terms, but this is giant. 33 years of age, 1m97 or 6'4.5" in old money. 24 in the world, have been up to 7 in the world. That was for a week on the 14th of December 2017. In the World Tour race, they're at number 5 in men's doubles, and they were runners-up in the Denissa Denmark Open of 2020. So coming in with a 3-game win. Sorry, a loss in 3 games and a win in 2 games, these two, as we take a look at Ivan Sozonov, his partner, 2 years younger, from Sverdlovsk in Russia. What an imposing presence they have, towering on court. And that's who they beat. So they managed to down the Malaysians yesterday. That was over on court 2, but they lost to Asan and Setuan in their opening group match just inside an hour. That was a tight affair. So losing but winning a game in that loss is always pretty handy. It could help, but again, it comes down to nothing if they lose today. It's all about the win. These two, well, they come in with a loss in 2 games and a win in 2 games as well, as we take a look at Choi, 25-year-old from Seoul. 1 off of their career high ranking of 7 in the world. And familiar face of a man who plays a lot of mixed doubles as well, Seo Sung-jae. He's 2 years younger and the only left-hander, 6 foot tall, or 1m82. And let's have a look at their passage through. There it is. Well, a very dictatorial win over Asan and Setuan. That was quite something, taking their head-to-head there, as I say, to a hat-trick of wins over the 3 times world champions. Quite outstanding. But then the loss to Chia and So in 38 minutes, the Malaysians. So it's a very open group. Full of surprises, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I just want to correct a little bit here. The thing is, in the group, the winner of the 2 matches today in this group B are going through, because then they will both have 2 wins. Then it's not coming down to games and points, but it's coming down to the win between the 2 who tops the group, who's going to be number 1 and number 2 in the group. And the last thing I want to add on to it is that the Russians did win the All England, but it was in 2016.
Oh, 16, not 17. I knew it was something around there. Yeah, that was good, because I remember it being really exciting, because they came like a bolt out of the blue.
Yeah, it was a really major surprise. They won it, but they played so well in that tournament.
So we're all ready to get underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov, Russia. And on my left, Choi and Seo Korea. Vladimir Ivanov to serve to Seo love all.
From Ivanov. But this is where the Russians really have to watch out in these flat exchanges on the 3rd shot after the service situation. That's where the 2 Koreans are really strong. Already got a sign of Choi is not the most steady server, and started off with a mistake.
Morton, I'm fascinated because the Russians bring a lot of power, don't they? And sort of more so than Guile and Guys, I guess you'd say, as a big generalisation, of course. But the Koreans like oncoming power, don't they? With their defences.
Yeah, they're very strong in their defence. They're very good at the flat drives, and the Russians really have to watch out because that's where they're really good. But I think that
3-2.
Ivanov and Sozonov have had a very good tournament here. I think they played well, and of course it was a big surprise when they beat Aaron Cha and Sowik quite comfortably in 2 games yesterday.
Yeah, they lost to Fikri and Morlana in the first round of the Toyota Thailand Open, the Russians. And Lane and Vendy, first round of the Yonex Thailand Open. All these young teams coming to the fore, Morton, they're just coming out of the woodwork every year, aren't they? New rich talents to sort of haunt the elder veterans of the tour.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
It is. Ivanov in his younger days was a very, very good all-rounder. He played actually all 3 disciplines and has been a winner of many tournaments, both in singles, doubles and mixed. So he's a very good all-rounder. Yeah, once again the serve not good enough from Choi. Easy from Ivanov to step into that one.
Is that just a nervous thing when someone's not great at serving? I mean, because it's something you can practice quite readily, isn't it? But
you can practice as much as you want. If you have kind of a mental block to it, it doesn't matter how much you practice it, it's still going to be a problem. That's wide.
just a good example there of the flat hard drive quality from Seo Sunjae, straight into the body of Ivanov.
And the Russians have what I would call a very disruptive style of play. They're trying to kill everything as quickly as possible, sometimes even too quick, because they make mistakes, but sometimes I feel they rather make mistakes. They're not going for the winners, which is a very kind of other way of looking at it.
It's unsettling because I guess it's rhythmless for opponents.
Exactly. They just go for the big ones all the time.
Firework City.
See a shot like that from Ivanov. It's a very risky shot he's trying, but nevertheless he's trying it because he wants to play this disruptive style. He wants to go for the big ones, and as I say, they actually sometimes look like they rather make mistakes and keep the initiative than giving the initiative away. And here, good play by Sozonov. Nice block.
Just missed that. He'll be disappointed. Not by much. Pulled the trigger down the line, but the straight smash didn't quite find its mark.
That's well worked by the Koreans on the attack from the word go. Worked hard, but I think it was very worthwhile for them, sending a very strong signals already to the two Russians.
Certainly the longest rally of the match as well. Always nice to win them.
Then 5.
Well, early evidence then that the Koreans are enjoying the way that this one is unfolding. They've got a 6-point cushion, 11-5 to the turn against the burly Russians.
움직이게 만들어주는 거야. 쟤들은 그냥 가만히 버티고 있으니까 스윙 때릴 때도 지금 드롭이 한 개도 안 나오잖아요. 눈판을 하나 하고 드롭도 한번 해가지고 움직이게 만들어주고 중간하고 사이드하고 좀 여유 갖고 해. 그리고 약한 볼로 푸시 빼는 거 하지 말고 그냥 드라이브 치는 거 딱
Еще раз. В защите стоите, но все равно они там 10-м, но все равно делают.
So they'll be hoping that they can continue in this positive passage.
Yeah, well covered by Choi. Good serve and then interception on the third shot. They really do rock, the two Koreans in this match so far, in total control. Well saved by Sozonov. But they are constantly on the defense, the two Russians, and of course that's not their favorite style of play, which means they are a little bit uncomfortable.
Seven, 12.
Yeah, a bit of a lucky one there from Choi.
13-7.
Well, already a mark of just how much they're enjoying this matchup. They've already had a run of 8 consecutive points, Choi and Seo.
And again, trouble on the serve.
Yeah, he doesn't need that, does he?
From Choi.
8-13.
He's really wrestling with that.
He is.
They're enjoying it, aren't they, these two in red and blue? They really are. The Russians at the moment, even despite the fact they're at the slightly faster end, unable really to hit through them. They're just a blur of rock-solid defence.
They don't really get into an attacking situation most of the time, and that's really yeah, damaging their game and the game plan, I'm sure. Two Koreans are just too good turning even defensive situations into attacks if they're not having the attack from the word go. Very, very comfortable at the moment, Seo and Choi Sul-yo.
Can this man use all of his experience to find a way? That's nice.
Service over.
You wouldn't want to mess with him in a dark alley, would you? He looks like a no-nonsense customer, the way that he just dismissed that and then just looked away as if to say, I'm not even apologising.
Service over. 16-9.
Wow, how's your defence from the left-hander, Seo Seung-jae there? That was incredible because that smash was motoring, but it was right into the slot. Let's see it here. Yeah.
Service over.
Again, service
10.
malfunctions
17.
for Choi Sulyo.
Eleven. 17.
Well done. Quick to intercept
Service over.
the left-hander.
18-11.
All the answers right now.
Yeah, they're
I hate to think
motoring.
What
They're
happens to the
simply-
Russians when this guy gets his serve going as well?
Yeah, they haven't really found an answer to the playing style of the two Koreans, and it started from the very beginning of this opening game, and they just kept the pressure. Look at the lift there from Seo Sung-jae. Even the lift is putting Ivanov in trouble. I think the Russians are looking to the second game to see whether they can salvage the match from love all play second game.
20. Game point. 11.
9 game point opportunities then for Seo and Choi. There it is, get it on the first game point opportunity. That was some blistering showing from the Koreans. They really motored through that opening game. 21 points to 11, 13 minutes, all they needed.
붙여가지고 저희들은 그냥 그 자리에 가만히 있었기 때문에 얘들이 빠른 게 아니고 가만히 버티고 있다는 거야. 그냥 해가지고 올려주면은 저희들도 막 공격이 막 가지 못하거든요. 그럼 이제 양쪽으로 이렇게 돌려줘가지고 자꾸 그래가 찬스를 만드는 것도 있으니까 그냥 붙이고 솔기 오늘 지금 백쪽에서 중간볼이나 앞에 붙이는 거 저기서 나오니까 그냥 아예 그냥 사이드로 빼고 빼는 거 해가지고 그렇게.
Вот оттуда уже твоя задача сбросить на сетку и пойти на сетку. Вот. При смеше ближе, опять же, подходить, при ихнем смеше, ближе подходить, ближе в защите, стараться играть ближе в защите. Этот все время играет на сетку, и вам надо обязательно сбрасывать вот леворукого, а этого прокидывать. Получается постоянно, немножко мы вот в этом не ориентируемся, да, сбрасываем под этого, он выходит на сетку постоянно. В этом мы проигрываем. Вот, нужно под леворукого найти, именно видеть, где он, и вот туда играть. Под сетку, а этого наоборот прокидывать назад.
Well, as expected, big discussions in the Russian camp. There's a lot of orders barked out from the coach in blue, who's just retreated to his corner. He's still got plenty to say.
Second game. Love all.
Can they find a way?
Play. Service over. 1 love.
It's not very often that two combination consisting of a left and a right-handed player playing one another.
Service over.
It's quite unusual.
1-0. Service over. 2-1.
Yeah, they are much more fired out now from the beginning of the second game, Ivanov and Sozonov. But they have to be really good around this service situation to unsettle the two Koreans. But it's a good start, 3-1 up.
Good keen return from
Service over.
Choi.
Yeah, but it was the right idea from Sozonov, the way that he wanted to block that shot into that open gap, and it would have been a very nice setup for a good attack. Yeah, suddenly doing much better around the service situation.
Service over. 4-2.
That's a wonderful block shot, really good block shot from Sozonov. Doesn't get much better than that. That's excellent.
Yeah, he was uber alert here, wasn't he? Look at that.
Service over. 3-5.
That's just wide. Do you know, Paul, that the partnership of Ivanov and Sozonov goes all the way back to July 2008.
Wow.
So they have been a partnership for more than 12 years now.
No wonder they don't talk to each other.
And they have competed for Russia in the Olympics both in 2012 and 2016. And if everything goes according to what they hope, they are at the moment on the race to Tokyo number 23, and that's based on 21 tournaments. However, they are presently qualified as a number 13.
Good for them.
Yep.
That'll be a third Olympic Games for them.
Chances are.
Yeah, well done.
Chances are. Let's see what the last remaining qualifying tournaments has got in store for us.
Service over. 5-6.
That's good shot from Choi from a very tricky situation, and a nice follow-up this time from Sozonov.
Just so alert, isn't he, Seo, in that front court, and he's good at getting Ivanov tangled with his long limbs right into his body.
Yeah, placed on the forehand side.
Yeah. Well, they've done well. They were 5-2 down, these two, in the second game here, and hauled it back to 6-all now. That's good work. Will they now overtake with that dictatorial theme that they had in game one? Good return of serve from Vladi. And a bark afterwards as well. Wouldn't want to make him angry, would you?
That's way too loose from Choi, but played very nicely into his feet. Tricky to get out of that one, but the shot nevertheless I think let him down. The quality way too high over the net, but it is a tricky shot to play from a situation that low. Good flick serve from Sozonov. Well, look at the response from Choi. That flat drive from the backhand cross is really well played. Good power. Holding the serve very long time, and once again a mistake on that low serve.
Yeah, nice and steep from the Russians.
Yeah, and that's the trick. The Russians need to play these steep smashes because, as we have talked about earlier in this week as well, when we have commentated on the two Koreans, is that their base position in their defense is quite far back on court. So these steep smashes in front of them is the answer. And Ivanov really have to make use of his height.
It's relentless, isn't it, when they get on the front foot, these two? So good, they twin so nicely together.
Play.
Yes, it's a much better start to the first half of the second game.
Yeah, it is. They were 11-5 down, the Russians, in the opening game. Now they've taken ownership of this second game, 11-8 up. Really encouraging for the Europeans.
Бежать раньше времени. Вань, то есть они видят сразу, вот паузу делают, то есть если прием идет, готовится просто ракетку поднять и играть. Вот здесь вот готовится, не бежать раньше времени. Еще раз. Под этого сбрасывать. Бежать вообще не надо. Целого постоянно среднюю зону сбрасывать. Этого, смотрите, после подачи сеточка играет много. Чой. Этого все равно разворачивается.
Play.
Well done, Ivan Sozonov there, just getting that to the deck quickly. Buoyed by an earlier smash from this man at the very back of the court.
Have a look at the finish, very steep from Sozonov. And I think that's the key. That's the key for the two Russians if they want to win this match.
Service over. 9-12.
I just wouldn't want to be the person who was clapping when he missed that smash. He was glaring at somebody.
I think he was quite unhappy with his own performance on that shot.
Yeah. That
was a good serve this time from Choi.
13.
But nevertheless, wonderful return.
I like the way that Ivanov just dismisses and throws the shuttle away aggressively into the bin courtside. And snatches another one.
Yeah, that's typical Sozonov, still trying to play a block shot from a very tricky situation. This time the touch letting him down, but he's so often successful doing it, and it's a way to turn a defensive situation into an attacking situation.
Service over. 14-10.
Well, neither team in game 2 has managed to get more than 2 successive points, which is just an indicator of just how tight the second game has been.
Was a single shot, a men's single shot that won the spinning net shot that Ivanov was trying to do from his singles career. It was really close of working out. Look at that. Top of the tape. That would have been a winner, I think, had that one gone over. Look at that. That's beautiful.
So close. Yeah. High skill level. Look at the awareness of Seo Seung-jae there, just like a rocket to perceive how quickly he saw his shot quality here and then closes down. Great focus and athleticism.
Play.
Placed by Seo Seung-jae. And that, I think, is something the Korean pair should do a lot more often. These block shots, rather than playing the flat exchange the whole time, but this block shot here from Choi is, I think, also a way forward for the Korean pair, because the two Russians are not the quickest athletes, and I think these block shots will put them into a lot of trouble.
And he did all that with a broken string, didn't he?
He did.
Choi Sul-yo, so that was extra credit to him there. Superb. Suddenly the Russians must be getting rather nervous. They started in a bolt of energy coming out the block so quickly in game 2. Now suddenly 3 points in a row for the Koreans.
13,
Is this where they make their big move?
Play.
Yeah, I think Ivanov wants to say that his opponent is taking a long time on his serve. And look at this, how he's holding it. But well done by Ivanov. Holding his ground.
15,
and it's a good return down the centre. And this time he's allowed to change the shuttle.
Service over. 14, 15.
Good pressure from Sozonov in the front court.
Yeah, despite the very good serve from Seo Seung-jae, he's in contrary to his partner. He's serving extremely well, solid. But despite that really nice serve, the Russians still made it into attack and finished it. So it won't be long before it's coming down to who dares wins.
Another bark after a terrific return from Ivanov.
But once again, going down the centre, if I was the Koreans serving against Ivanov, this is one of the areas I would definitely try to cover. That straight down the centre return.
Just lacking touch in the front court, isn't he, at the moment? The tall man.
He was a bit disgusted with himself, the way he delivered the shuttle. And Soo-Sung-jae not happy with it, complaining to the umpire. And umpire agrees, saying to Ivanov, please hand back the shuttle in a nice way. Steepness again.
Service over. 18.
Well, they deserve a lot of credit, don't they, the Russians? They were obliterated in game one, and it's been a real good mental turnaround from them.
Once again, look at that touch on that shot. That's really, really poor. Try to have a look at it from Choi. This one here, it's so high. And look at the body language, he knows.
Yeah, he's undulating, isn't he, a lot with his performance. Up and down all over the place. Good effort from Choi there, closing that down and putting pressure on the Russian right here. Thought that was quite gallant.
And once again, Ivanov is asking for the shuttle to be changed when Choi is serving. I suspect that they feel, the Russians, that Choi is not serving well with a new shuttle. So every time he's serving, they're trying to change it. And every time Choi is trying to refuse it.
That meant a lot to him.
Yeah, winning these exchanges at the net from Ivanov means a lot.
17.
Well, that great work has set up 3 game points for the Russians. Well, we're definitely going down the final stretch. That was terrific, wasn't it? He's barking away. Really very well done to Ivanov and Sozonov to extend this opening match on day 3. 21-17, they take it, don't go anywhere.
Все, блин, быстро, блядь, через нахуй, чтобы нам тоже зарядиться. Внимание, отлично развернули сейчас под сеть. Здорово играете под это. Вот. Здорово снял сеточку, смотри, прям на тебя в наглую ставит посередине. Вот сейчас последний раз отлично отыграл. Готовь ракетку, и все получится. Вот это на сетку. Чой постоянно принимает, вот прямо под тебя. Потом, неуверенно, он подачу подает. Да? Прямо по центру атаку. Прямо по центру атаку во второго. Ему неудобно в сторону, ничего не надо, не сбрасывай. Играем с инициативой активно. Не забываем чередовать, сбрасывать на сеточку задней линии. Далеко отходит, помните, да? И близко не подходим в переднюю зону. Когда атака переднюю заднюю идет. Давай. Вперед.
So now the Russians have the faster of the 2 ends, but the game in which they lost that opening game 21-11, it's going to be really interesting to see how this one unfolds. They having won the second game so commendably, can they continue with the momentum, or will we see a re-swing and a re-shift? Who knows? Morten, any thoughts?
Final game.
I think it will be an even affair.
Play.
This final game.
Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1-0.
11,000 US dollars more prize money if you stay on for the weekend. Find a way to the semi-finals. There's a lot on this match. Well done. Blistering pace again from the big fella.
2-1.
I think at the moment the Russian pair is having a little bit of a psychological advantage. I think they are a little bit more hyped up and very, very keen. And the way that Ivanov was collecting the shuttle between the two rallies, just indicating that they're a bit on a high, as I see it. And Choi is still to find his best. That serve also quite bad.
Oh, good speed from Choi. He might be having a troubled serving day, but he's pretty tidy around the rest of the court. Yeah, I see what you mean. Again, they're making him go for the fresh shuttle, the Russians.
Yeah, it's it's kind of tricky to explain, but a new shuttle, the base is a little bit harder, and the grip on the strings on that base is less. If it's a used shuttle, it's a little bit softer, which means that the grip from the string to the shuttle is a little bit better. So it's actually easier to serve with a used shuttle than the new shuttle. And I think what the Russians are doing a lot is trying to get Choi to serve as many times as possible with a new one, which is a little bit more tricky.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Pro sport, trying to find those little micro levels that you can induce a bit more pressure on opponents. Small edges. Steep smash from Seo Sung-jae, and he's broken a string in doing so. Just came right out the top of the string bed, this one. But he got it down pretty sharp.
Really good counter-attacking shot from Ivanov.
Yeah,
The flat drive, but it was taken high and it was actually going in a downwards direction all the time. That's good play. That one there.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
awesome
get hold
play.
of that. Swung the momentum in the point entirely with that one shot.
And I think Seo Sung-jae and Choi Sun-ryu is a little bit exposed, and we see here that the firing power from the back of the court when they attack is usually not good enough. Of course, in a situation here from a flick serve is different, but you know, just the normal lift that they have to work on from the back of the court, they don't seem to have that firing power that really needed in order to get perhaps all the way to the top 1, 2, 3 in the world. They still have to work on that. Here again, down the center, and once again on a very poor serve from Choi.
Yeah, it's an in-your-face return from the big man, isn't it? Really well taken, taking advantage of it all the way.
Yeah, string is gone. Sozonov needs to play singles, and he can do that. He's usually also a good singles player. That's well done. Very well composed by Sozonov.
And what you didn't see is that this man, Ivanov, ran over and he threw his racket over the side and he didn't have any spare rackets led across the top of his kit bag like players normally do. So he had to actually go inside the bag and pull one out, unsheath one. But he still did it pretty hastily. But it was the throwing the racket over the side you didn't see. It was quite entertaining. Time is of the essence. And then he goes to tidy up his bag.
That's good by Sozonov.
8-6.
Lovely touch on the serve and the third shot.
Well, he's been the rock, hasn't he? Sozonov, in every department, really, he's performed pretty well. He's happy to grab the new shuttle to serve with.
It's very much of individual taste, what I just tried to explain earlier.
Yeah. No, it was a point well made. Ouch! No nonsense badminton there on the return.
Yeah, the serve for once was not the best from Sozonov. Too high.
Just not smiley kind of guys, are they, the Russians? And to be fair, all four players locked into focus. Well done with the round head there from Ivanov.
Yeah, I think the Koreans did really well to stretch the Russians sideways, and a bit unlucky not to win that rally. They had excellent pressure on the back.
Service over. 10-8.
I think it's out.
Yeah, he's missed it. Well, how about that? The Koreans diving left, right and centre, all over the place there to defend the onslaught of the big smash from Ivanov. Look at that. First the cross smash, then the reverse. Opened the court nicely with that. That was so well hit. Got the right idea there as well. Didn't miss by much. Capital C for commitment from these two, though.
Eleven, 8. Play.
On court 2, women's double group B. Kim So-young and Kwon Min-young from Poland.
What a turnaround defensively. They were electric there, weren't they?
Yeah, the last shot from Choi. This one here. Oh, that was not the one. Oh, it was that one. It's really well played by Choi. From a low position. while his opponent is standing there waiting to pounce on it, then he was still able to play a very good shot.
Service over. 9-12.
Stopping the run of Korean points at 3 with this. Took it so high, that was brilliant, and then kicks the shuttle away. An annoyance to Sozonov on the way to change rackets.
Yeah, string was gone.
Yeah, did well here. Look, watch him, gets it so high. Well done.
And once again, we see that these block shots are very effective. So it definitely looks like Ivanov and Sozonov are more comfortable on this side, where they're ending up in the third and final game, closing the gap just to 1 point.
Super electric quick. Choi at the net there was just rapier-like.
13-11.
He was keeping the angle in his knees, watch him. He was just coiled, look at that. Brilliant. Russians really enjoying this one. He's got this enormous lunge to the net, hasn't he, Ivanov? One big step and he's there, taking it high, in-your-face badminton again. Good turnaround from the blue and blacks.
Service over. 14-12. Service over. 13-14.
The perfect return. Idyllic length.
It was quite funny actually, because I was just about saying that we haven't seen many smashes from the back of the court from the two Koreans. That's actually penetrating the defense of the two Russians, and then the next second that one is going through. So but I still think that they lack a bit of firing power from the back, and this time it was good from Choi on that return from Ivanov straight down the center. This time he was alert and got it back.
Service over. 16, 14.
It's interesting with the two Russian players that, as you rightly pointed out, Paul, there's not a lot of communication between the two.
Got it down well. He's pleased with himself again.
Service over. 15, 16.
Been a real display of determination from both teams. Great judgment from the Koreans. That was terrific. What a turnaround. They were under siege throughout the early stage of the point.
17, 15. Victory on it. Okay.
Can they hold on, these two?
Good block shot from Choi.
18, 15.
Very alert. Finding that little gap as Sozonov was really moving forward but decided otherwise. Yeah, the two left-handers fighting for initiative at the net. Sozonov winning the duel.
Did really well here, didn't he?
Yeah, but it's crunch time. Otherwise it's been 19-15, and now much better if you look at it from the Russian perspective. 16-18.
Play.
It's landed in. Hence the despondent look momentarily from Ivan Sozonov.
19, 16.
Thought it was going. Well, what a scrap this has been all the way.
Point 16.
4 match points for Choi and Seo.
Game.
Well, they extend their Bangkok stay to the weekend. Into the semi-finals they go with that. A really good showing. What a match that was. 21-16. The Russians denied Korean delight. They're through to the semi-finals. Choi Sul-yo and Seo Sung-jae of South Korea, world number 8 pairing, found a way on the day in a very hard-fought contest. 55 minutes of action. Never a dull moment. Finished securely with that straight smash by Choi to his delight. They'll be utterly relieved with that coming through. 21-16 and the deciding game. A really good match to watch. They'll be back for more, but not here. They've run their course. Coming up next, it's a women's doubles. Jongkopvan Kittiharikun and Rawanda Prajongjai taking on Linda Effler and Isabel Thurtring. Don't go too far.